Stop trying to solve your whole life while you are emotionally tense. That is like trying to unlock your phone with the wrong fingerprint again and again and pressing harder each time. More pressure does not fix wrong access. It just creates frustration. Most people are trying to fix their relationships, money, career, and future while they are in the wrong emotional state. That is why it feels like pushing a heavy door that will not open. Let me talk to you directly for a moment. Not theory. It's not philosophy. Your real day. You wake up. Before your feet touch the floor, your mind is already running. It's messages you must answer. Tasks you forgot yesterday. Conversations you are not looking forward to. Things that could go wrong. Your body is still in bed, but your nervous system is already at work speed. That is upstream thinking starting before your day even begins. Upstream thinking means you are mentally pushing against reality. You are trying to force clarity before calm, force answers before steadiness, force progress before alignment. It feels like effort. It feels responsible. It feels like you are taking control, but emotionally it feels tight and heavy. That tight feeling is the signal you are swimming against your own current. There is another direction available, and almost nobody is taught this clearly. It is called downstream thinking. Downstream thinking is not lazy thinking. It is cooperative thinking. It means you choose a slightly better feeling thought first and then act. You stabilize your inner state first and then decide. This changes everything about results. Let us make this practical. Imagine you send an important message and the person does not reply quickly. Upstream thinking says something is wrong. They are ignoring me. I said it badly. I must send another message. I must fix this now. Your chest tightens. Your focus drops. You keep checking your phone. That is upstream momentum building. Downstream thinking sounds different. Says the message is sent. Good. People respond in their own timing. If more action is needed, it will be clear later. For now, I continue my day. Feel the physical difference between those two directions. One drains energy, one preserves energy. Upstream thinking always tries to solve from tension. Downstream thinking allows solutions from steadiness. Think about sleep. When you cannot sleep and you try harder to sleep, you stay awake. When you soften and allow rest, sleep comes. That is downstream principle in daily life. Force blocks, ease allows. Your mind works the same way. Insight comes faster when pressure is lower. Creativity comes faster when fear is lower. Good decisions come faster when emotional noise is lower. This is not spiritual talk. This is nervous system science and focus mechanics working together. Most people believe strong effort creates strong results. That is only true when effort is emotionally aligned. Effort from panic creates more panic. Effort from calm creates progress. Let me give you a work example. You have a problem to solve. You stare at it while stressed. Nothing becomes clear. You step away, take a walk, shower, drive. Suddenly the answer appears. That is downstream access. Your brain opened because resistance lowered. Downstream thinking means you care about your emotional direction before your action speed, not instead of action. Before action, you are not here to fight reality into submission. You are here to cooperate with momentum. Upstream questions sound like this. Why is this happening? Why is this so hard? Why am I behind? Why are they like this? Why does nothing change? Those questions produce more struggle answers because your focus direction is struggle. Downstream questions sound like this. What is one easier next step? What is slightly better here? What is still working? What can I release for now? Those questions open movement because they match forward direction. Your emotional state is not decoration, it is navigation. Think of it like a music streaming app. When you play anxious music, your system recommends more anxious music. When you play calm music, your system recommends more calm music. Your thoughts work the same way. Your focus sets recommendation direction. Law of attraction is not magic. It is pattern matching. If you start your thinking in fear direction, you get fear-matched thoughts. If you start your thinking in steadiness direction, you get steadiness-matched ideas. You do not control the whole river. You control which direction you face in the river. Here is another daily example. Comparison. You scroll and see other people succeeding. Okay. Upstream thinking says they are ahead and I am late. I should be further by now. I am falling behind. That thought direction shuts down motivation and creativity at the same time. Downstream thinking says their progress proves progress is possible. My path is different. I am building skill daily. Progress compounds quietly. The thought direction keeps energy available for action. Notice something important. Downstream thoughts do not need to be perfect. They only need to be lighter. Relief is enough. You are not trying to jump from fear to joy in one step. You are stepping from heavy to slightly less heavy. Direction matters more than distance. People worry that downstream thinking means ignoring problems. It does not. It means approaching problems from regulation instead of reaction. Emergency thinking is rarely accurate thinking. When your body's calmer, your perception is wider. You see options. You hear nuance. You notice timing. You speak with more clarity. That changes outcomes. Let us talk about conversations. Someone approaches you with drama or conflict energy. If you join emotionally, you are now upstream with them. If you stay steady, you remain downstream and can respond instead of react. Steady people influence direction more than reactive people. Calm is not weakness. Calm is leverage. Another modern example. You are trying to make a big decision while emotionally overloaded. Every option feels wrong. Later, when you are settled, the right choice feels obvious. The choice did not change. Your state changed. State controls clarity. Downstream thinking begins with one simple check. Does this thought tighten me or soften me? Tight means upstream. Soft means downstream. That is your guidance system. When you notice upstream thinking, do not fight it. Fighting is also upstream. Just pivot slightly. Choose a softer version of the thought. That is enough to change direction. From this is a disaster to this is uncomfortable but workable. From nothing is happening to movement is forming. From I must solve everything to I will solve the next step. Small emotional pivots create large directional change. Momentum builds from repeated direction, not from emotional force. A steady car reaches the destination faster than a car that keeps slamming the accelerator and brakes. You are training direction skill, not perfection. You will still think upstream sometimes. Everyone does. The difference is how quickly you notice and adjust. That is mastery. Not never drifting, adjusting faster. There is also something very freeing here. You do not have to finish everything to succeed. You do not have to control every detail to move forward. You only need to manage direction of thought enough to stay cooperative with your own energy. You are not behind. You are learning navigation. Downstream thinkers recover faster, create faster, connect better, decide cleaner. Not because they are lucky. Because they are aligned with flow instead of fighting it. Your work is not to push the river. Your work is to stop pushing against it. When you feel relief, you are pointed correctly. When you feel tension, you are pointed against current. That feedback is constant and reliable. If you remember nothing else from this, remember this line. Solve from steadiness, not from strain. Choose emotional direction first, action second. That is downstream thinking. And once you feel it working even once, you will never go back to solving everything the hard way again.